We worked for it and we made it to the weekend. I'm Dan Hagan. Today on Up North at 4, we will take a look at some more fall pictures, and Jeff and I will plan our weekends. Plus, we will be doing a Flashback Friday story of simpler times at a humble bar just west of Park Falls. Then we will try to get to the bottom of a missing hodag in Rhinelander and talk to the owner of the pub. And we will check in with the Three Lakes Chamber of Commerce. We will get to all of that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. Chequamegon Schools confirmed their first case of COVID-19. On the same day, the district announced it will cancel almost all fall sports. The school district is working with the county health department to notify any close contacts of the positive case. That, plus a regional increase in cases, led to the cancellation of most fall sport activities. Cross country, which you see here, is the sole exception. Now to Forest County, a tribal elder from the Chequamegon Chippewa community has died from COVID-19. The tribe said this is the first COVID-19 death in the community. The person lived in Mole Lake and is the 5th COVID-19 death in Forest County. Over the past 2 weeks, in the whole Badger State, the average number of daily cases has increased by 93%. State Senate Minority Leader Janet Bewley hosted a virtual tourism roundtable today. She spoke with northern Wisconsin business leaders on modern-day challenges, including COVID-19. Many businesses up here are not chain businesses, so they don't have as much leeway with funds. Equal rights icon and Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away last week. Tonight, there will be a vigil in Rhinelander. The vigil begins at the park just north of McDonald's on Stevens Street in Rhinelander. The organizer is requesting masks, social distancing, and no political campaign signs. It starts at 5 p.m. and goes till 6. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, happy Friday.
Hey Dan, well here we are. The last weekend of September is here. It's Friday, and you and I have a lot to talk about over the next 4 minutes or so. First off, the roads are clear currently, but lots of sunshine out there right now. That could change later on tonight, as we do have some systems coming our way that could produce some rainfall across our area today and also tomorrow before a cold front goes through. So here's the issue. So tonight, there's a front to our north that could cause us some severe weather, generally along and north of Highway 8. It's looking more and more likely north of the UP border at that. That all changes tomorrow when our second wave kind of comes through, and we all have a chance for some severe weather tomorrow, most likely mid-afternoon, peak daytime heating. We're talking 4, 5, 6 p.m. in the afternoon. Any of those storms could be strong to locally severe. Remember, there's 2 severe weather seasons, right? One in the spring, one in the fall. We're getting the fall one out there right now. Looking outside currently, so we had lots of low stratus clouds earlier today. Those have now gone away. Then the sun came out. That sun is actually not necessarily a good thing. It's beginning to kind of stir up the atmosphere a little bit right now. The south wind is kicking in as well, bringing in some much more humid air. And off to our west, that's a front across parts of western Wisconsin. We're watching for things to fire along that front and move to the east this evening. It's racing against the clock in terms of peak daytime heating and also sunset, but you get the idea, as there could be potentially some severe weather tonight. The actual front is still way back here, and so this is the front that's going to kind of hang across our area tomorrow. So 2 rounds of potentially some severe weather. One's tonight right across the UP border or so, and then one's tomorrow across pretty much the entire half of northern Wisconsin. All right, so here's the big picture. The actual low is way up here in Canada. This thing is really wound up though, and it's kind of one of those fall cyclones. Lots of wind energy with that. It's going to push a cold front through tomorrow, but look back off to the west. There's more behind that. So we're getting into a fall pattern here. Everything is very amplified, we call it. It's where we're going to push through showers and storms every few days around here as things progressively get colder as we head into a very fall-like pattern. But for now, here comes that front to the west of us. This will be our high pressure for several hours tomorrow, followed by another round of showers and storms through the afternoon tomorrow. So here is the area we're watching for tonight for potentially some severe weather. Again, we're kind of hugging the UP border here. High winds, large amounts of rainfall, and maybe some large hail in there as well. here's the area watching for tomorrow. So expands in coverage, right? Again, same kind of dynamics here in play. Severe weather threats are still in play. High winds, large hail, gusty winds in there, and also very heavy downpours for tomorrow too. Futurecast shows tonight. Here we are about 11 o'clock or so. A band of showers and potentially some severe weather coming through. That exits the area. The atmosphere then recharges tomorrow. And here we are 8 o'clock tomorrow evening across northern parts of Wisconsin with potentially some more severe weather across our area. And there's just a lot of heat energy across the Midwest right now for these storms to play with. It's 90 in Omaha right now, but these days are numbered because the atmosphere is kind of fighting it out right now. Currently across our neck of the woods, we're in the 70s. This is not normal. We should be in the low 60s, and we're going to pay for it because we have the mother of all cold fronts on the way for us, beginning really over the weekend and getting some cold air in here for us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week with highs in the 40s for several days next week. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
If I'm your president, on day one, we'll implement the national strategy I've been laying out since March. We'll develop and deploy rapid tests with results available immediately. We'll make the medical supplies and protective equipment that our country needs. We'll make them here in America. We'll have a national mandate to wear masks, not as a burden, but as a patriotic duty to protect one another. In short, we'll do what we should have done from the very beginning. Our current president has failed in his most basic duty to the nation. He's failed to protect America. And my fellow Americans, that is unforgivable. As president, I'll make you a promise. I'll protect America. I will defend us from every attack, seen and unseen, always, without exception, every time. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Tomahawk Sports Center is northern Wisconsin's one-stop shop for UTVs, ATVs, snowmobiles, boats, and motors, watercraft, docks, and waterfront equipment with a large selection of products like Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, Can-Am ATV and UTVs, Manitou and Godfrey pontoons, Alumacraft fishing boats, Evinrude Service Honda and Yamaha outboards. Tomahawk Sports Center is your next stop for fun. A family-run business with a long history of personal service before and after the sale. When you think fun in the Northwoods, think Tomahawk Sports Center.
He's a hometown boy, born and bred, a lifetime spent in service to others. 8 years as an officer in the Navy, 26 years as a police officer here at home. Paul will do right by us in the state Senate, too, making sure we invest in Main Street, not Wall Street, as we rebuild our economy. And he'll create more job training and invest in our technical colleges so that everyone has a chance at a good-paying job. Paul Petrusky for State Senate.
Huge auction, Lake Tomahawk, Wisconsin. Kubota tractor with loader, like new Polaris Ranger, sawmill, large amounts of tools, home contents, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. It's Friday, Jeff. We made it.
It's Friday. This is the last day of my 13-day work stretch, I think it is.
Okay, good for you.
Tomorrow.
I think we did the math earlier, something like 39 shows
You
or
did
something.
do that math.
So what are you going to do with your big off day?
You know what? It's catch up on everything. I'm actually head down to the lake house tomorrow, helping my sister with something. So then
I hate to say this, but I feel like Theo may be a little neglected in this period.
Not at all.
How is he doing? People are wondering, Jeff.
Theo and I went for the Hanson River or Hanson Lake Trail this morning, so we got a 2.5 mile hike in.
Okay, nice.
We also went to Nicolay Park where he was running for an hour over there.
Okay.
So Theo had me up about 7 o'clock this morning. So Theo is well taken care of.
Okay.
And he's doing well. So yeah, he's just a good dog.
We need him back at the show. A lot of people are clamoring for him.
I'll bring him in. It's just hard sometimes. Doing this show is fine, and then I can't leave until after the 6th.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like wandering in the newsroom for an hour or two.
Well, it's kind of funny.
Bad.
People don't see it sometimes when you're doing weather on the green screen over there. You know, Theo is kind of at your feet.
He's right there.
Yeah,
he's just right there. Can I just say though one thing?
Sure.
I know you're all thinking at home right now. You know, Dan can actually pull off a bow tie. Are you thinking that, or are you thinking he can't? I think you can.
I think I can
I think
too.
you can too.
You know, I kind of stocked up on bow ties in my previous job because they would force me to wear a suit and tie every day. So I thought maybe a little kind of slight towards them. I'm just going to wear a bow tie instead. If they're
So
gonna
this
make
job
me be
you
so
dress
formal.
down compared to your last job?
No, this job I think it's more necessary to wear a suit and tie. But my former job, I was really just in an office, not really seeing anyone, and we still had to wear a suit and tie.
I got you. So it's a big day around here today. We also have sports going on.
That's true. And I wanted to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be filming tonight. Actually, let's take a look at our sports that are going to be covering this night on Friday Night Blitz. We got Wausau East and Wausau West. That's going to be Nate heading down there. And then the Bell game, Rhinelander versus Antigo in Antigo. Andrew Goldstein will be there. I think Justin will be filming the Elko White Lake versus Three Lakes. And then to our second slide here, we got Ashland versus Merrill. That'll be Griffin filming that. Marshall versus Tomahawk. That'll be Griffin as well. And then I will be heading up to Eagle River for Crivets versus Northland Pines. And I got to say, Jeff, I was feeling pretty nervous during that weathercast that we might be hit by something.
You know, I looked over and I saw you intently paying attention to the weathercast. And so here's the thing. Tonight there is a chance for some storms. It looks like it's going to primarily hug the UP border. And it looks like it's coming in later compared to earlier now. So we're going to most likely get these games in tonight. Unless you're up near the UP border, we could get some severe weather, probably talking 8, 9, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
But again, the chances are actually coming down a bit and then going up tomorrow night. So, you know, get ready. We're kind of in that second severe weather season, which is fall. You know, we have 2 of them every year. And here we are tonight and tomorrow with a more kind of severe weather to deal with.
Cool. Well, stay tuned for the sports tonight on Friday Night Blitz at 10. We also have some more photos that we'd like to show off. Here's our first photo. This is from Donna from Three Lakes. Beautiful photo, Donna.
See, I love these. The ones that have like where the, you know how the air goes still at night, like 6 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
The lake just calms down. You get that reflection. This looks like a morning shot maybe, but you get the idea. It's beautiful. The yellows, the reds, the blues.
I think we have another one from Three Lakes next. Yeah, this is from Colette Sorgel. I actually talked to her today. She's the Chamber of Commerce executive director up there.
How's Colette doing?
She's doing well.
Yeah, she's having a good day?
Yeah, Three Lakes is really beautiful. I mean, these last two, you can see that they're doing great. So I might have to head up there this weekend. And now this is from Kathy, even farther north in Phelps, looking down that road there. That looks like just like a painting or like the beginning of a poem book. You know what I'm saying, Jeff?
It makes you want to like put the dog on a leash and go for a walk down that road.
And then also maybe like say a couple
these are my
poetic
favorite.
words.
What kind of fog is that, Dan?
Oh gosh, radiation fog? No,
no. Come on.
Tell me.
When you take a shower, what happens?
Evaporation?
Steam. You don't evaporate,
okay.
Dan. You don't evaporate the shower.
I think I'm overthinking this, Jeff.
Steam fog.
Well, this is from Tina anyway, from Vilas County. And this one, I think Woodruff is technically, no, that's Vilas County as well. So this is from Sheila.
I can't see what's going on here.
So, okay, this is a fun one,
down?
Jeff. Yeah, this is upside down.
Oh.
Well, not necessarily. It's looking at the water reflection. So it's right side up technically, but the trees are being reflected on the water.
What if I did this? Well, can you see it better this way?
Yeah, keep going, keep turning. Jeff, I think, Paul, you should show Jeff kind of creating
Well, if you do, if you turn your head like this, you can see a little better that way.
You gotta keep, well.
Okay. We have a monitor right under your picture there. You guys can see that, yeah.
So Jeff, we have all these beautiful colors this weekend. Where would you recommend people go? I mean, you're the guy behind the fall
here's the thing.
colors.
Right now, we're a bit ahead of schedule from compared to last year, right?
Okay.
So if you do the Phelps over kind of like toward Duluth, the Arrowhead actually right now is getting into kind of almost past peak currently. So it's happening fast.
Okay.
We're ahead of last year. And we've been good because we've had not a lot of wind lately. So the leaves are still all in the trees. What we're going to get now, though, is some rain heading our way. That's going to be a problem going forward. So I would do the Eagle River over toward, Minocqua, over toward Duluth kind of thing, over to Phelps, over to Watersmeet. The trails up there are just beautiful right now.
But it's going to be tough tomorrow because there might be some rain in the area. So when is the
afternoon?
Afternoon.
Morning, you're fine. Morning, you're fine tomorrow. It's afternoon-ish, and probably late afternoon-ish by far.
So it sounds like morning. Tomorrow morning is the time to go see those fall colors. Because after that, then the leaves will start falling off.
Yeah, and the Hanson Lake Trail this morning was spectacular. It really was.
Very nice. Okay, cool. Well, Jeff, I wanted to go back to some simpler times before the coronavirus. I was looking back at all of my stories.
So like December of last year.
Well, yeah, actually a year and a couple months. I did my favorite story I've ever done. This is from the Oxbow Resort, just west of Park Falls. It's the 39th annual Tick Races. Let's take a look.
Some come for the rush.
The thrill of the race.
Some come for fame and fortune.
You're going to be known worldwide.
The annual Park Falls Battle of Speed and Precision is up there with the greats.
The Kentucky Derby, the Indy 500, and the Wood Tick races.
29-year racer and 2010 champion Tim Koback said his title drought is over.
To all the other racers. Good luck, but you don't have a chance.
Kobach's Tick lost in the first round. Ticks race one-on-one. They start in the middle of the bullseye target and race to the outside. Win and move on to the next round. Lose, and your tick is toast. First-year racer Lindsay Wietsky didn't drive 4 hours from Beaver Dam for nothing.
The only expectations I have, obviously, is to win with Mr. Ticklers.
96 racers, only one winner.
In the end, it's going to be me versus someone else.
Well,
hopefully.
what happens when a tick gets eliminated?
They get gavelled.
What if that happens to Mr. Ticklers today?
Well, it's going to be a rough day for him.
Mr. Ticklers drew top-seeded Tick-Tock in the first round. Underdog battling the favorite, David versus Goliath.
Come on. Mr. Ticklers! Come on. Can't touch your ass back over here.
Mr. Ticklers is halfway to the line.
He's missing a leg.
We're on the move.
The success didn't last long. Mr. Ticklers lost in the second round. Wietsky didn't bring home the prize money or trophy this year, but all things considered, not a bad day.
The people here in the crowd has been, like, obviously amazing. Everybody's super respectful in this environment, so it's been a really good day.
Wietsky said she'll be back next year with Mr. Ticklers 2.
And we have our winner, Tickzilla.
In Park Falls, Dan Hagan, Newswatch 12.
As a senior enlisted Navy SEAL, I'm a tradesman. I worked with my hands my whole life. I've supported myself since I was 16. Ron Kind's trade is politics. For 23 years, he trades your tax dollars to Nancy Pelosi and the liberal elites for power and influence, and even backed giving illegal immigrants $1,200. Well, that's ridiculous. It's time to trade in Ron Kind. It's time to send a SEAL to Washington. I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
The United States Postal Service is here to deliver your packages and the peace of mind of knowing that important things like your prescriptions and ballots are on their way. Every day, all across America, we'll keep delivering for you.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basement-y in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Okay, Limu, you said it. Then as I spike it, I'll tell them how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so they only pay for what they need. Got it? Did you get that? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I'm Tom Tiffany, and this is my mom.
Hi.
Growing up helping Mom can pickles taught me the value of hard work, frugality, and the importance of preserving our way of life. Like these, we've all felt some pressure lately. That's why I've been working to save Wisconsin jobs, helping families make ends meet, keeping the economy moving, while protecting those bottled up at home.
Well, that's sweet, Tom.
I thought these were dill.
Oh.
I'm Tom Tiffany, and I approve this message.
Welcome to Up North at 4. I'm at the Randlander Cafe and Pub only, here under not the best of circumstances. I'm here with the owner, Mark. Tell us a little bit about what happened last weekend.
Well, last weekend we had a hodag on one of the pedestals that we're standing next to. It just disappeared. And we don't know if it was because of the Packer game. This was a Packer attired hodag wearing a Packer jersey. So we're hoping that whoever found it or took it leaves it somewhere and returns it.
This is not the first time you've lost a hodag, right?
It is not. Unfortunately, we had one disappear from the building. It was in front of the building about a year ago, and that hodag was found abandoned and returned to us.
Any leads on what happened that night?
Not as of yet, but I know the police department is keeping their eyes open.
Okay, so for those people who maybe took the hodag, what would you plead to them or
what would you tell them, ask them?
You know, it belongs to us. We purchased it as a fundraising opportunity for downtown Rhinelander and the redevelopment here. And, you know, I would just encourage them to please, you know, abandon it so that it can be found and returned to its rightful owner.
And currently there's a hodag inside, right?
We have one hodag for safekeeping inside. There are two in the front of the building still on their pedestals. And unfortunately, they're just the size that someone can pick one up and put it under their arm and walk off with it if that's the kind of person they choose to be.
Anything else you'd like to say, Mark?
Please return our hodag.
Okay. Thanks, Mark, for joining us today. Hopefully you get your hodag back. We'll kind of touch base with you in the future when it comes back. Hopefully, cross our fingers. But thank you for joining us on Up North at 4. We'll be right back.
A migraine hope from Aimovig. To show up for the sweet, the hectic, the tender, the tense, and the fiery. But for many, migraine keeps them from saying, I am here. We aim to change that with Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. One dose once a month is proven to reduce monthly migraine days, for some by half or more. Don't take Aimovig if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or swelling can happen hours to days after use. Severe constipation can happen, sometimes with serious complications. High blood pressure can happen or worsen with Aimovig. Common side effects include injection site reactions and constipation. It doesn't matter what each day brings, so long as you can say, I am here. Aim to be there more. Talk to your doctor about Aimovig.
My son Beckett was 2 years old when he was diagnosed with leukemia. He would get sick, Aubrey would take him to the bathroom, and she would rub his back. Our family is fighting this every single day. If Donald Trump gets rid of our healthcare law, my son won't be protected. We would have to be making some tough decisions about what medications we can afford. We need a president who will protect our healthcare, and that's Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Play your way. Dine your way. Stay your way. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Win your way.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. I'm Dan Hagan. It's time for Chamber Check-In. This week we're talking to Colette Sorgel. She's from the Three Lakes Chamber of Commerce. Colette, welcome to the program.
Welcome. Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, of course. So tell us a little bit about what's going on in Three Lakes right now.
Three Lakes has the beautiful fall colors showing up right now. We have the scenic byway that's right next to us. We have Old Military Road. And I'm guessing, based on a ride to work this morning when I traveled down some of those old paths, that we're about 50% to peak. So it's a beautiful, brilliant, it's going to be a great weekend.
What are some ways that people can enjoy the nature in Three Lakes besides driving?
We do have bike trail, and we have the Three Eagle Bike Trail, which is very, very beautiful. And I stopped there yesterday to take a look at some of the colors. We also have a lot of shopping you can do. You can walk downtown, and the trees in our downtown area are turning and just as beautiful.
Very cool. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at the theater, the famous downtown theater in Three Lakes.
Three Lakes Center for the Arts is finishing up its renovation on our Quonset hut roof. So we have everything sealed and the roof on. The Center for the Arts does have 4 more live performances this year. Following the guidelines of the Economic Development Corp and the Health Department, we have restricted the number of people who can come, but we have the Jimmies, which is a great jazz group, coming on the 3rd. We also have Bob Miley, and we have hard water fishing mishaps, a small play coming up. So you can look at threelakes.org and threelakescenterforthearts.org and take a look at what's happening there.
Very cool. I love the Three Lakes Center for the Arts. What about for the kids? Is there going to be trick-or-treating this year in Three Lakes?
The Lions Club is going to have a drive-up trick-or-treating at the Ryder Center. So the parent or guardian who comes can say how many children are in the car, and we will deliver a bag of goodies for the kids.
Well, that's a fun way to do it, Colette. Tell us about anything else that's going on in Three Lakes. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Well, again, the Northwoods is open for business. Our restaurants and our bars and our establishments and all of our shopping is here. So it's going to be a great weekend, and it's going to be a wonderful fall. So come up and enjoy the colors.
Thank you so much, Colette, for joining me today.
Thank you.
Tried to make you think or let you see one thing for you.
Update your home's exterior with help from Menards. Check out our great selection of vinyl siding, including Timbercrest double 4-inch siding. It's 15% thicker than traditional vinyl siding. Get it for $5.99 per piece after 11% rebate. Complete the look with new Jeld-Wen windows. Menards has over 140 in-stock sizes and styles of single-hung, double-hung, sliding, and casement windows. Save 11% on all Jeld-Wen windows. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's a face-off for the greatest trophy in sports. Lightning. Stars. There's nothing like the Stanley Cup Final. Tonight and tomorrow on NBC.
You are the weakest link.
Jane Lynch hosts The Weakest Link, Tuesday on NBC.
Goodbye.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Tomahawk Sports Center is Northern Wisconsin's one-stop shop for UTVs, ATVs, snowmobiles, boats and motors, watercraft, docks, and waterfront equipment with a large selection of products like Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, Can-Am ATV and UTVs, Manitou and Godfrey pontoons, Alumacraft fishing boats, Evinrude Service Honda and Yamaha outboards. Tomahawk Sports Center is your next stop for fun. A family-run business with a long history of personal service before and after the sale. When you think fun in the Northwoods, think Tomahawk Sports Center.
I've spent better than half my life and most of my adult life, in the military. 2016, I voted for Donald Trump. Leaders are responsible for everything their organization does or fails to do. When I saw those commercials about, this is what a Biden presidency will bring. No, this is what you have brought. Everything that we have going on today, that's on you. Joe Biden is the first Democrat I'll vote for president. You want a commander-in-chief you can trust, and I think you can trust Joe Biden.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Huge auction, Lake Tomahawk, Wisconsin. Kubota tractor with loader, like new Polaris Ranger, sawmill, large amounts of tools, home contents, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
All right, Dan, we'll be tracking storms tonight and tomorrow afternoon, and then our lives are going to change because a cold front's going to come through, and we have highs in the 40s through much of next week.
But first, we'll have Nate live in Wausau tonight and Andrew live in, can you remind me, Jeff? Anago. He's live in Anago, so we'll see you at 5 for that.